Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out a bunch of new drugstore affordable makeup. I am really excited about this video because I love drugstore makeup and there are some really great things at the drugstore. I'll just show you a couple of the products that I will be testing. So I have this new Prime and Lock from Revolution. I have the L'Oreal Infallible setting powder and also the Infallible concealer. A couple of Revolution Pro brushes which I actually hauled last year but I haven't got around to testing them yet, so I'm excited about them. I've also got this Maybelline lipstick which is in the shade Mauve for me. I also have this Revolution powder, setting powder, which looks great, and I also got these bronzers from Maybelline. So yeah, I'm super excited to test everything out, and if you want to see me testing this makeup then let's just go ahead and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my eyes and I'm going to try out this here, which is the new Revolution Prime and Lock Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. So this looks so cool. Like, it actually looks like a concealer, like the Conceal and Define concealer. It kind of looks like that because we have this big doe foot applicator and quite large tube. So this is a 6ml tube, so there is quite a bit of product in here. I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids, so I believe I just do this. Now I have this in the lightest shade, I believe. I'm not too sure now. It doesn't say anything on it here, but I will link it down below, of course. So I think that might be enough, and I'm just going to blend this in. So I actually think I need a bit more than that. So I believe with this you can actually use it to, obviously it's an eyeshadow base of course, and then I think you can actually use this as well to cut crease, which I think is great. Now they do have a new cut crease one out, but I think this basically does the same thing really. It's a little bit lighter, as you can see. It's not like a full opaque. Yeah, it's very kind of light, so you can see your skin underneath still, but it does give a little bit of a blank canvas, but not as blank canvas as a concealer though. But it is still nice. It's covering quite well. That's how it's looking so far. Let me bring my mirror a little bit closer. So that actually looks not too bad. As you can see, it's sort of like corrected my eyelid slightly. It's not as full coverage or as opaque as a concealer is, but it does a nice job. Very liquidy as well, so it doesn't feel drying at all on the eyelid, which is good. So I believe you could just use your finger to do this as well, but of course if you use your finger you'll probably get less coverage, but it will still prime the eyelid before eyeshadow really, because it's got that nice kind of sticky base to it. Not super sticky, but it has a nice tacky base to it. Yeah, as you can see, when you use your finger it blends in quicker, but it's not as opaque, but that's not bad. So far so good. That actually feels nice on the eyes. Now I've got this palette here from Revolution. This is the By Petra palette, and I actually got this last year, which I hauled, and I also gave one away in a giveaway too. But I have only tried this a couple of times, but I cannot remember how I liked it really. I've only tried like 1 or 2 shades in it, but this is what it looks like inside here. So I am going to be using this palette today, and I think I'll go with more of the cool shades in the palette, so more on this side, because as you can see there's some warm shades up here and some more cooler tones down here, which I think is great. So you get like a lot of versatility with the palette. I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is called Multitasker, and it's kind of like a cool tone brown stone shade. Wow, super pigmented. Like, that could be actually because I have that primer on underneath, but it's actually really pigmented. If it is the primer that's making that more pigmented, then that's good. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a bit of Sweet Tooth, which is this shade here, and I'm going to apply that more precisely into my crease. So these shadows are super pigmented. Like, so far the two shades that I've used are very, very pigmented, and there is not like much fallout on the eyes with it, because with the last Makeup Revolution palette that I used, the Creative Volume 1, which is actually newer than this one here, I used that a while ago there on my channel, and there was like a hell of a lot of fallout with it, and the shades weren't that pigmented either, which was really surprising for Makeup Revolution. You know, normally their shadows are spot on, like a lot of the products are amazing, but yeah, that palette was just horrendous. So what I'm going to do is just slightly warm this eye up a little bit. I don't want to be too cool tone, so what I'm going to do is take a little bit of Pretty Please shade, which is this one right here. It's from the warm side of the palette, on a big fluffy blending brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to just warm it up slightly by applying it to the top of the shadows, kind of like a transition shade, which is what obviously I should have put on first, but I'm just want to warm it up a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, it's just added a little bit of warmth there, which is quite good. So it gives you a bit of kind of gradient effect. Okay, so I'm now going to apply this shade here, which is called Best Friends. It's this kind of coppery shimmery shade. I'm going to apply that onto my eyelids, and I'm not going to actually cut the crease today. Obviously I could probably use this primer for that, but or should I do that? Like, I'm just going to try this the way it is without cutting my crease today. Just right on top here, and I'm going to use a brush first to see how it applies, and if it's not any good I will use my finger. Okay, so it applies nicely, like it's not too bad. Yeah, that applies quite well with a brush. I am going to go in with my finger though, because I do like to do that with shimmers. I just feel like it just amps up the pigment and just makes them a lot more shimmery and standout-ish. That's a really nice pigmented shade. I like that. Now just to kind of lighten up a little bit, because we have like such a dark, you know, crease going on, I'm going to add a little bit of a lighter shimmer shade, and I'm going to take this shade here, which is called B-Day, and this is kind of like a champagne shade, and I'm just going to apply this with my finger right on top of the other shade there. I'm just going to concentrate it more in the centre there. So for liner, I've got this new one here from Revolution. This is the Liner Revolution, and it's a waterproof and smudge proof liner. So that's what it looks like there, and let's see the tip on it. Okay, so we have quite a long thin tip, which looks great. Okay guys, so I'm not really liking this eyeliner. It's very stiff and dry. Like, I feel like there's no like little ball thing inside it. You know, like how sometimes you get eyeliner pens, there's a little ball bearing in it and you can kind of shake it like that. But there's nothing in this. So you get like part of your wing done, and then it starts to sort of like dry up at the tip, and there's nothing to kind of like shake it, you know, like to shake more product into the tip, and it just feels like a really dried up felt tip pen. Like when I actually, you know, created my line for my flick and then dragging it in, it was a little bit harder because the tip, like not all the tip had product in it, so it was quite dry when I was dragging it, you know, over to create, you know, that wing. And yeah, like I don't know, I just don't really like this. It's very, very dry, and I don't even feel like there's anything left in this tip to finish off this part right here. So yeah, that's a no-no. So I went in with the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner pen to sort of like save this eye look. It was quite hard though, because like the other one there from Revolution, you know, started to dry up. So when I was trying to apply this on top, it was quite hard, you know, because it was dry underneath. But I think I managed to save it slightly. Like, of course my wings are not even because like of that other eyeliner. But let me know what your favourite eyeliner pen is from the drugstore down below in the comments, because I always use high-end ones, and yeah, I don't really know the best ones from a drugstore, because I do like this one here, the Maybelline Master Precise. That's quite nice, but I would love to know which one you use, and also like what the best ones overall are from the drugstore. Then I'm going to move on to my face, and first of all I'm going to apply my moisturiser. I've actually been using this. This is, of course, is not drugstore at all. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream for intense hydration for dry, parched skin. Now, I started using this again lately because I mentioned on my channel, when I actually got this from Look Fantastic, I mentioned that I used to really love this. I had it before from Look Fantastic and I thought it was incredible for my skin. And lately, with the cold weather and that, my skin has actually been getting a little bit drier, which is unusual, because I always use my hydrating radiant serum from Caudalie, which works wonders for my skin. But just lately, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe a change up in the weather, like because it's really cold. I've just went back to this just now lately, the past week, and I've actually been really enjoying it again. So I'm going to apply a little bit onto my skin. I feel like it's hydrated it a bit more than it was about a week ago. So I'm just going to apply that onto my face. Of course, guys, it's not drugstore, but I just wanted to quickly mention that so you know what I'm kind of using for my skin. So yeah, I'm just going to blend this in just now. And of course my face is going to look super red right now because I'm rubbing on it, you know, just circulating, and it's making the blood flow, of course. That's why it's looking redder, but it does calm down, of course. And this is such a good moisturiser because it's actually fragrance free in it as well, so there's not like much scent from it. You're not going to get irritated skin because it is for the most kind of sensitive skin, which is good. Okay, so I don't have a completely new foundation, but one that is new to the UK drugstore is Flower Beauty's Light Illusion foundation. Like Flower came out with a bunch of stuff in Superdrug, you know, like a bunch of their best selling products. So I did do a review of this already on my channel. I did a review of this and also the concealer, which is this one here. So I'm going to be using the foundation today, not the concealer, just the foundation, because I haven't really picked up any foundations lately from the drugstore. There is a couple of new ones, like the, what's it called, the Max Factor Radiance Lift, I think it's called. But that's actually pretty expensive, you know. Like, the drugstore is creeping up in prices, you know. And also their NYX has now become available in Superdrug, which is great. They have the Can't Stop Won't Stop, is it called, foundation, which I would like to try, but that again is pretty expensive, you know. That's like £15 for, you know, a foundation for the drugstore, which is quite expensive. But anyway, guys, like obviously it's cheaper than high end, and I do use a lot of high end foundations, but for the sake of this video, because it is drugstore affordable makeup, I felt like £15 is quite dear, you know, for foundation. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the prices of drugstore makeup right now, because I feel like they're getting a lot more expensive than they used to be. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use this brush here from Revolution Pro. This is the Pro 230 Dense Buffing Brush. Now, I have been really looking forward to trying this because you guys know how much I love makeup brushes. It says here that this is a dense buffing brush that is ideal for liquid and cream based products. The soft nature of the bristles allows for easy blending of products and gives a flawless result. I love the design of this brush. You know, it's very pretty. I love black and white, so this is right up my street. I love that the shape is different from like any other kind of brushes out there, you know, in the drugstore, even on the market really. So I like that. Now I'm just going to apply a few drops of the Flower Light Illusion foundation. Now I will leave my full review of this just up in the top, there, because I do have a video all about this foundation and of course the concealer. Okay, so I don't know if it's best to buff this in like this or just kind of tap it in, because normally with foundation brushes, the ones that I like to use, like the Morphe Y7 and also the Sigma F80 Kabuki, they are better to kind of like just press the product into the skin rather than like smoothing it about like that. Sort of thing like blight, or what would you call that, like buffing it in like that. But this does say it's a buffing brush, so you can obviously do this type of motion that I'm doing right now and it should look flawless according to the package. Now I am going to use a new concealer because I do have the Flower Light Illusion concealer as well. I used that in that video with the foundation, but I'm not going to use that today because I want to try this one here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer, and it says here it's a full coverage concealer, so I'm really excited about this. And I have this in the shade 322 Ivory. Now I don't know if this will be too light for me, because I'm actually planning on, if I like it though, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm planning, if I like it, to get a darker shade for like my darker foundation. You know, when I have a little bit more of a tan going on, like a darker tan, then I do use a darker foundation. And yeah, I feel like I would need to get a slightly darker concealer for like my under eye area so that it would match better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out because I haven't tried it yet, and I hope I like it because I do like the packaging for it, and I love that it says it's a full coverage concealer. And normally L'Oreal products are really good. I love this big thick doe foot applicator there, it's great. So I'm going to apply this under my eyes in little kind of V shapes. That looks quite a good shade for this foundation. Quite light, but I do like a lighter and more brighter under eye, so it looks more awake under there. I don't know how much of this I need to apply because it does say it's full coverage, but it doesn't say anything about if it goes a long way or anything like that. So I'm just going to apply a little bit in my chin and my forehead, a little bit down my nose as well. So I'm going to blend this in now. Okay, wow, that's super bright for my under eye there. I probably put on too much, and I don't actually want my skin to go any lighter, you know. So what I'm going to do is just take my foundation brush again and just pat that in right there, because I don't want to drag too much of the concealer down, because if I do, then it will lighten up my whole kind of complexion. Okay, so far I'm liking this concealer. I think it's really good. I love the coverage, you know, I love the finish of it as well. It looks super flawless under the eyes, which I'm all about. So yeah, so far so good. I'm really liking this. Okay, so I'm now going to set my under eye with this translucent powder here from Revolution. This is their new Bake Blot powder. It's in the shade Translucent. Of course, there is a few different shades of this. I just got Translucent because obviously I like to set my under eye area. So yeah, I'm excited to try this, and there's not really a smell from it, which is good. So packaging for this is actually quite nice. I was actually drawn to the packaging for this, and it's quite a big pan. So yeah. That set that down pretty nice. Let me just get a closer look at it. Yeah, it makes it look very flawless looking. I wouldn't actually put too much of this powder on because it actually sets it really nicely with a light dusting of it. Yeah, there is a little bit of creasing just right here on my lower lash line, so just right under the eye, right here. But I'm actually not too sure if that's the powder or if that was the concealer. Nothing too bad, but I think next time I'll use this concealer without that powder, just so that I can see if the concealer seeps into the little lines there or if it's the powder that's doing that, you know. But so far it still looks really nice. Okay, I've got this new powder here from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Magic Loose powder, and it's a translucent loose setting powder that brightens, smooths and mattifies. Now I actually should have used that maybe for my under eye area. That was silly because that concealer is part of this line, so why didn't I use this? Oh my god, I'm so mad at myself now. I I really wanted to use that as well with that. Do you know what? I'll actually use this just to set the outer parts. Oh, it's like a blue tint. Look. I don't know if you can see that, if the camera is picking up well, but it's like a blue tint powder. I think it's blue tinted. Maybe that's why it's called Magic. Oh my god, that feels so soft and so smooth. Oh my god, I'm really excited to try this. I'm so raging that I never applied this in my under eye. Like, why didn't I do that? Because like that concealer is part of that line. And anyway guys, like this powder looks so good. I think I might actually use that to set the outer parts of my face here, because that foundation from Flower is quite dewy. I do like to set it a little bit before I go in with my bronzer and contour. Now the only thing that I don't really like about this, like I love the packaging and everything for it, you know, this black and white packaging, love it, but I feel like the tub is pretty small. Like this I think is £10, and that's all you get for £10, and when you look at the powder inside, there's not that much in there. Oh yeah, for £10 I feel like that's not a lot, but it could be a powder that goes a real long way and you need like hardly any of it, so it will last a long time. Like of course I haven't tried it yet, so that could be the reason behind this small amount in the tub. Just pour a little bit of it out. Yeah, that's blue tinted. That is amazing. I don't know if this will do anything for, you know, the outer parts of my cheeks here, because I do actually think it's for the under eye area. Oh, but it feels nice and smooth and soft. Okay, now I've got this other brush from Revolution Pro. This is the Pro 250 pointed fluffy brush, and you can use this with powders and cream based products. That's strange, because if you look at the actual brush, it's quite a flimsy brush, so I don't know how you could use this with creams, to be honest. But anyway, I'm excited to use this. Again, love the packaging for this, the design of it more like. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the City bronzers from Maybelline. So I have these in two shades, which I've actually done a review on my channel already. A few of these things I have tried, of course, already. I'm going to use these again today because I do really like these bronzers. I think they're great. And I'm going to start off with the lighter shade first. This is the shade Medium Warm. And I also have the shade Deep Cool, which is that one right there. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the Deep Cool shade, and I'm going to concentrate that more in the hollows of my cheeks. So right here. Okay, so I don't have any new brow products to try yet, so I'm just going to use my normal brow stuff, which is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Dark Brown. But that's what it looks like inside, so I'm just going to use that for my brows today. Okay, now I've done my brows. Now I'm going to move on and finish off my eyes. I'm going to apply a little bit of a shimmery shade in the inner corner of my eyes there, just to make it pop. And I think I'm going to take the shade that I actually applied on top of the kind of coppery shade, which is this one here. It's like a champagne shade. Now I'm just going to apply my favourite mascara, which is the Mascara Revolution. I forgot, I'm going to actually apply a little bit of this in my waterline there. This is the Rimmel waterproof eyeliner. It's called Scandalise Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Nude. Okay, so I've got a bunch of lip products here to try out. So obviously I can't try all of them in this video, so what I'll do is I'll swatch them on the back of my hand, like every single one of them on the back of my hand. And I'll apply maybe one or two on, maybe two or three, maybe on my lips. So the first one I have here is the L'Oreal Signature Rouge. Are these called a Rouge Signature? Something like that they're called. And this is in the shade I Explore. Now I really love the look of this one. It's kind of like a deep brownie mauve shade. It's like a chestnut shade as well, which looks really nice. And I love the smell of this. It smells like the L'Oreal smell. I just love L'Oreal's liquid lipstick smells. And look at the applicator on this. It's like a wee thin shovel kind of applicator. It looks quite cool. So this is the shade Explore. Really pretty shade. Love the look of that one. And then the other one I have here is the Rimmel Stay Satin Liquid Lip Colour. This is a really nude shade and it's in the shade Take a Chill Pill. So this one is Take a Chill Pill, which is a really pretty skin nude. Also I have the Maybelline Mauve For Me. This is part of their new collection and that's the shade right there. I'll swatch this one. I think I've swatched this already before. Yeah, and that's that shade there, which is another really pretty shade. I like that one. And I have these two lips here as well from Miss Lynn. These aren't available in, like, they aren't in the drugstore, but they are quite reasonable priced makeup, which you can actually get on Beauty Babe. So I will link them down below because they have some nice lip products. But yeah, these are their Colour Crush lipstick, and this one is in the shade 158, which is like a deep red shade. Well, it's deep in person, but I think it's coming off a little bit lighter on camera. Now that is probably the true colour there on camera. Yeah, it's more like a kind of cherry red. So that's that shade. And then the other shade I have is 75, which is that one there. That's that shade right there, which is another really pretty colour. Like, I don't really wear these two types of colours on my lips. I do love the packaging for these. They're really nice. I just wish I had a few different colours in this. You know me, I love nudes or pinks, like nudie pink shades or nudie browns, so I would have preferred shades like this. Like, I did receive these in PR, but yeah, there are shades that I don't really use that often, but they look pretty though, and they have a bit more of a kind of creamy sheen finish, which is nice. So I think today I'm going to try the L'Oreal Signature Rouge, because I think, like you guys, I want to see this one most, and also this here, the Rimmel Stay Satin Liquid Lip, because I'd actually wanted to try this for a long time. Like, Amy Macedo wears that a lot and I love that on her, so I really wanted to pick that up. I'm going to go in with this shade first. Oh, I don't really like the smell of this though. Oh, that actually smells like something that's burnt. I don't know, how would you describe this? Like a smoky fire smell? Oh, I don't know what that is. It doesn't really smell that nice, to be honest, guys. But it feels nice on the lips, you know, like the formula is nice. It's quite a liquidy formula, which I feel you would need to build this up. This shade is really nice actually. It's a very kind of concealer lip shade, like very skin-like. Yeah, it has that satiny finish. It's quite dry, not super dry, but it's not like the most hydrating lip either. The scent of it's going away now because, yeah, I couldn't deal with that smell all the time, but it's going away, which is good. So yeah, it looks really pretty on. I am liking this shade. Okay, so I've just outlined my lips now with the Jordana Easy Liner lip liner in the shade Tawny. I think that one's going to go well with the L'Oreal liquid lip here. So this is the shade I Explore. It's a really lovely liquidy and very lightweight formula when you apply this. Like, so far it feels like water. It's amazing. Just like that. Yeah, I'm really loving this formula. The shade is nice as well. It's like a deep, rich, kind of mauvey chestnut colour. Yeah, it's a nice shade. So I'm now going to set all this makeup in place with the Flower Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray, and this is for a dewy finish. Okay guys, so I just changed my top and I actually switched back to this lip here from Rimmel. That's the end of me testing out the products. So I think you know kind of like my thoughts on most of the stuff I tried anyway, but I'll just sum it up for you. So the first thing that we tried was the Revolution Prime and Lock Longwear eyeshadow base. This I really like. Obviously, like, I've not had it on long enough to see if it keeps the eyeshadows on for longer, but yeah, I really liked how this applies. And when I applied those shades from the palette, like they went on lovely, they blended nicely. Yeah, so far I'm really liking this, and the palette I think is amazing as well. So the shades that I tried in here, more from the cool side here, are super pigmented, absolutely amazing. I love them, and I love this eye look that I've got here. Like, it is so gorgeous. So yeah, really loving this palette. The next thing that I tried was the eyeliner pen. Now, I don't recommend this, like, I don't like it. It's just very drying, it's very kind of stiff as well. Like, yeah, I'm just not a fan of this at all, really. So the next thing was the Flower Light Illusion foundation. This I like, you know, it's very dewy. And then the concealer from L'Oreal, the Infallible More Than Concealer Full Coverage Concealer. This is nice, I really do like this as well. I love the finish of it, it's super flawless. The only thing that I have noticed right now is that it looks like it's a little bit creasy just right under my lashes there. But I think that's the combination of this and the Revolution powder that I used. So I would have actually liked to have used this with the Infallible Loose Magic powder, this Magic Loose powder, because obviously they're from the same kind of collection or same line. So like, I was a bit gutted that I forgot about that and I used the powder from Revolution instead. So I used that one, like you've seen, and I feel like that might not be the best powder to go with the concealer. So yeah, this powder here, the Bake Blot from Revolution, is nice as well. It's very fine, it's very lightweight. I don't know if it goes well with the concealer though, but maybe with the Revolution concealer would be better, or maybe just another concealer in general. One that's not the full coverage, I think. But yeah, so far that is nice. Loving the two brushes that I use from Revolution Pro. This one is amazing for buffing in foundation, like it applies it so flawlessly, like love this. And then this one was great for applying the bronzer. So again, the bronzers that I used was the Maybelline City Bronzer. I love this bronzer, it's great, it's very flawless on the cheeks. I love the colour and the undertones of these bronzers, like I think they are so good. One of the best bronzers from the drugstore. The liquid lipsticks that I tried, this one I love from Rimmel. It's the Satin Liquid Lip, and this is in the shade Take a Chill Pill. This is nice, I love the shade of it. Feels very comfortable on the lips. It does have a really strong smell when you first apply it. Like, I don't know if it's like a smoky paint smell or it's kind of like a cinnamony smoky smell, I don't know, but I don't really like the smell of it, but the formula and the colour is incredible. So yeah, I'm liking this. And then this one here from L'Oreal is great as well. This is the Signature Rouge, or Rouge Signature, in the shade Explore. That's that one right there. I really like this on the lips. I love the formula of this. Like, it feels like water on the lips, like when you apply it, it feels like nothing. So yeah, really do love the formula of this and the shade. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you liked seeing me testing out these new drugstore and affordable makeup products. I would love to know what you're loving from the drugstore down below in the comment section so that I can check them out for myself. That is it guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did like and enjoy it, and also hit the subscribe button down below if you're brand new to my channel, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye! Mwah.